Welcome back to the weekly reading. This is for the week of 20th of January through to the 26th of January. Pick a crystal for your messages this week. So there is a it's a blue howlite heart, that is, and octahedron amethyst. That's the unakite, which I mentioned before, unakite heart, and piece of merlinite crystal. So see what you're drawn to, or again, as I always say, you can go by the number 1, 2, 3 or 4. And but first, as usual, I'm going to talk about the astrology for the week. So big changes this week in an interesting direction from all the very strong emphasis on Capricorn. We just had Capricorn season and the Saturn-Pluto conjunction in Capricorn with Jupiter in Capricorn, and now we have the sun shifting into Aquarius. So it's Aquarius season. Happy birthday, Aquarius people out there. I do like the Aquarius energy myself. I have an Aquarius moon. It sort of lightens the energy, I feel. Though, do keep in mind that the sun is in detriment in Aquarius. So sometimes with the sun in Aquarius energy, it can be like, if you are someone that has sun in Aquarius, you can tend to sometimes, even though you're very independent, you can sometimes neglect your own needs due to being more aware of the collective energies or the group mind or the group focus, or you can sometimes self-sabotage a little bit due to having these very high ideals. And Aquarius is about thinking, the thoughts, the higher mind, and these high ideals and vision for the future, and very futuristic signs. So oftentimes people with a strong Aquarius energy, or especially Aquarius sun, tend to be in their heads a lot, thinking about a lot of things, but can sometimes find it hard to make those things practical. But with the fact that we still have Jupiter, in Capricorn, we still have Saturn in Capricorn, Pluto in Capricorn, I find that what I'm feeling with this energy is that from this week you may start to feel that you really want to make your ideas, your sense of what you need for your future in your life, you want to make those things practical with all that earthy energy still in play. And the other thing is, we actually have a new moon in Aquarius this week on the 24th, 25th, depending where you are in the world, and that will be happening at 4 degrees of Aquarius. This could be a little bit of a tense energy with the new moon, just because the aspect's made. It's sort of a high energy new moon, and the new moon's always good for setting intentions for the new beginnings that you want to create in your life, and especially being in Aquarius, because as I said, Aquarius is very futuristic and thinking ahead, very much thinking ahead to the future. And it's a good time to set intentions with the new moon. It's probably not the best time to push for outcomes, though there's a difference between setting intentions for your future and trying to push for outcomes now. Because there's a restless energy with this moon, you may feel a bit of impatience around this. So it's really, this new moon is great for merging your ideas for your future, setting intentions for your future with a very practical aspect as well. And don't forget that even though Aquarius is ruled by the planet Uranus, its traditional ruler is Saturn. So Saturn is about practicality as well. And Aquarians, it can be quite quirky and individualistic, but they also have kind of a bit of a Saturnian quality of wanting to make these ideas real. And it's not about just ideas floating around and not really doing anything with them. It's about making them real. So that's what I feel this new moon is about. If you, with it being at 4 degrees of Aquarius, the new moon, if you have anything around 4 degrees of a fixed sign, like Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, obviously also Aquarius, this could have an effect on you. If you know your chart, check to see where 4 degrees of Aquarius lands in your chart. Okay? And I'll just tell you a couple more things. I just need to drink some water. Okay, so Wednesday to Thursday, the sun in Aquarius squares with Uranus in Taurus. Interesting. So that's, again, more of a tense energy in the air. There can be a sense of restlessness meets unpredictability, or restlessness and pressure and unpredictability. We may see some things globally from Wednesday to Thursday that are a bit jarring. But also on Wednesday to Thursday, we also have the sun in Aquarius sextile Chiron. So you might also see globally some collective movements to do with Aquarian themes like equality, equality for all, and healing issues that relate to equality with men and women, or issues that relate to the bigger picture of society, a better world, because Aquarius is also a bit of that utopian sort of idealism where it's like, well, the world would be a better place if, such and such would happen, or people would all realize, that this is a better way to be or behave, or, it's very much about the ideal. So I feel like Wednesday and Thursday, with that unpredictable energy with Sun square Uranus and Sun sextile Chiron, which is about healing, there's some unpredictable tensions in the air, but ultimately there is a healing that needs to happen there, which I find quite interesting. So you may feel, just in general for everybody, the energy shift this week from Tuesday when the Sun moves into Aquarius, and you may start to feel this energy of a lot more thinking going on, a lot more maybe feeling a little bit ungrounded. So it is a good time to get into nature if you can, to get outside and to get out of your own head, to exercise, to feel your physical body, be in touch with the earth, the physical body, because we can very much get stuck in our heads when there's a lot of air energy around us, especially if you're someone that has a lot of air in your own chart. It can really exacerbate that sort of state of being too much in your own thoughts, too much in your own head, and getting carried away with, this overstimulation of the brain, which can start to feel like nervous tension and stress after a while. So definitely ground yourself this week if you're feeling that way. Okay, so let's look at the messages for you guys. So if you chose the blue halite heart, these are your messages. Oh, you have some good energy here, you guys. So you have yes and Leo, eclipse in Leo, which is compassion. 29, which is 11 in numerology. It says shine brightly like the star you are. I really like this message. It's very bright and very strong. I'm just going to lift the camera up because I think there's a lot of reflection going on there. Sorry about the reflection from outside. Wow, so this is a very positive energy if you chose the blue halite heart. I'm getting the word healing, and it is interesting that it was a halite heart and Leo rules the heart. So I just feel there's a connection with that. So there might be a heart healing for you this week, or working on energies, the energy centers to do with throat chakra and heart chakra. So communication and, opening up to your heart chakra to connect with others, but maybe also to feel more at peace within yourself. Sometimes when you focus on the heart chakra, you can focus not just only about giving and receiving love, but a sense of peace. The heart has a wisdom to it that when you tune into it is very peaceful. So that's what I'm getting with that. Also, Leo is about creativity and self-expression, which also relates to what I was just saying about the throat chakra. It's about expressing your heart this week in some way. For some people, for others, it's something creative. And for other people, if you've been having an idea about something creative that you want to do, or something that involves self-expression, or, speaking up about something, or taking the lead in some way that's creative in your life, this is saying yes to that. So you will know yourself if you've been getting ideas about certain things that are creative or to do with self-expression, or taking the lead in some way. This is saying, yes, it's a good time to make a new start with this. So very creative energy here, also very heart-centered energy. And I feel a lot of positivity with this. The yes is a big validation for you, a forward movement in one area of your life. So that's quite nice. All right, let's look at the amethyst octahedron. I think I'm saying that right. All right. Compromise and moon Capricorn, accomplishment. Interesting. So the compromise card straight away makes me think of Libra. She's holding the scales there. So there is something here about compromising in a relationship situation, or finding balance in a relationship, or a focus on relationships. For some people this is work relationships because of the Capricorn element with the Libra. And the card says scale mountains to gain a sense of achievement, 22 accomplishments. So as you compromise with others, you actually achieve more. And this is about communication. It's about opening up to communication. Again, messages about communication quite strong this week, which doesn't surprise me. The Aquarius energy is definitely about communication as well, being that it's an air sign. So yeah, there's communication in focus for you guys this week. And compromise, but I'm also getting the word balance. So don't be tempted to overdo something this week, I'm feeling, because you may feel a bit ambitious about something, or that you want to push ahead. Capricorn can be a little bit like, right, I know what to do, I'm going to get it done, and no one's going to stop me from getting this done. No one's going to get in my way type thing. But with the compromise card, you need to incorporate a little bit of balance here about what you're doing, about what you want to achieve. This could be long-term ideas that you're having, or this could be something that's happening this week in the workplace where you just need to be a bit more balanced with people and your expression with others and your work. So for some people, there could be some social interactions at work that are of interest for you this week. For other people, it's just asking you to be balanced in your communications and your dealings with others in the workplace. And for other people, it's about, while you want to push ahead with something, it's important that you take into consideration the feelings of other people, the situation around you, and sort of balance everything out in that way. All right, so let's go to the next one. And this is the Unikite Heart. Okay. So, oh, Capricorn again. 2 Capricorn cards. That's so funny because we still have Jupiter and, you know, Saturn and Pluto in Capricorn. So obviously that energy is still very strong, very practical energy around still, which makes sense. So this says success, and it says eclipse in Capricorn, new direction, reevaluate success. So, all right, there's many messages here, but very strong focus on your direction, your work, your career, your ambitions. You know, if you have a business, anything related to, you know, that part of your life that's to do with how you project yourself out in the world and how you get ahead in terms of how you earn money, how you achieve success, work, life, and all that sort of thing. So there's opportunity around you guys this week to be very successful in your work, or to have some kind of opportunity that's work related, that's career related, but somehow this is linked to a new direction, and that could be something in the future. So also for some people, it's talking about reevaluation of your work or career situation. So it does mention that, and it's very interesting. It has the word success here, and on the second card it also says success. So there's obviously a strong emphasis on that for you guys that chose these 2 cards. But there's definitely something that needs to be looked at again or reevaluated. You know, maybe you need to look at what you need to do differently this year. Even though this is for this week, I still feel there's a bit of a long-term influence with these cards, especially with Capricorn, because Capricorn energy is about the long-term goals being achieved. It's not about quick fixes. So interesting messages here about looking at having sort of a long view about your achievements and your work and your career, but also looking at what you might need to change or augment so that you can open up to more abundance. There's something here about opening up to more abundance by doing things slightly differently because of that reevaluating success message, which I feel is quite strongly. And it may take you in somewhat of a new direction, okay, but it is going to lead to success. So it's definitely for you guys a time to look at reevaluating what you're doing, how you're doing it. Do you need to do something a little bit different to maximize, you know, the abundance that and your income, your finances? Also getting saving money for some people is coming up, and that can be successful this year if you know, dedicate yourself to being disciplined with that. So I am also hearing financial discipline also as part of this message. Interesting. Okay, last one. This is Merlinite, and you guys have, if you believe, and eclipse in Virgo reorganization. Still very practical energies coming through. Virgo, you know, another earth sign like the Capricorn energy. Let me just check that because I want to see. We have 2 Capricorn cards and 1 Leo card in the astrology cards. And, alright, so there is look, this is a focus on health and work though, because Virgo energy is not just about working. It's about being of service. It's about your health. And if you believe, there's several messages here. You may feel like you have some kind of concern about either work or health or both, and there's something here where you need to have more faith and look at what the solutions are, because what I'm seeing with this is this can be improved. Whatever this is, this can be worked on, this can be refined, this can be healed if it's a health issue, through focus, belief, and practical application of making changes. So for some people, this is very much about health. For other people, this is very much about work. For some, it's about both. And I'm also getting, for some people, like letting go of old things that you don't no longer need, and being careful about like too many material things, or this might be just for several people or one person, like over accumulation of material items, you know, like for example, you know, just shopping because you're trying to fill a void type thing, you know, and everyone does that in varying degrees at times. But it's like I'm getting a message here, and it might just be for the one person, about decluttering and streamlining things, being a bit more careful with your money, being a bit more discerning with what you buy, and there's some kind of reorganization going on. For some people, you need to ask for help with your duties. You may have too much to do and you may feel overwhelmed. And for others, it's about having a bit more faith in your work and yourself, in what you're doing with your life. And I'm also getting, for some reason, this might just be one or two people, not to be so focused on what other people are doing, but to really focus in on your work and refining and perfecting your work. And you know, that's going to speak for itself regardless of what other people are doing. That's what I'm picking up on. So yeah, those are the messages this week, guys. If you would like a personal reading, just go to the link below to my online store. You can book a reading there, and at the moment the turnaround time for most of the readings is 7 to 14 business days, because I'm still very busy. And if you're in Sydney and you'd like to book a face-to-face reading, I do 30-minute or 1-hour readings in Sydney. And if you're local, just message me either on Instagram or through my website, or in my Etsy store, and you can inquire about that. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a fantastic week. Thank you. Bye.